All right, so this is part one of my system I've developed, and this is kind of a variation off of some posts I had put on a number of years ago on my Facebook group, Safe as Soil Hydroponic Solutions. And this obviously isn't hydroponics here, and that's Safe as AZ Soil Hydroponic Solutions if you're wanting to go check it out. And this is, first off, be sure to subscribe to this channel, to my channel, as well as I'm going to be getting away from doing the Facebook Live videos, which has been primarily my biggest means of media, just because of Facebook antics and stuff. So be sure to do that, as I'm going to be transitioning over here over a period of time. So what I've got here is I've made a pallet, and you can see it's black. It's a rubberized coating on the outside, and I just have it sitting on a couple 2x4s. The idea behind this is to be able to move it around and make this a mobile system. So this variation that I'm coming up here, I'm going to be transplanting this lemon tree here. It was a variation off of my composting method, where I take the composting, which obviously I wouldn't have the soil in the center like this, and I fill it with the compost material, and then on the top I would plant vegetables or fruits that were starting to go bad, and on the surface, and then I would when the sprouts of the seeds would start coming up, then I would take those and transplant them into hydroponic solutions. You can take a shop vac and suck out the soil around the composting soil around the root system, and have a pristine root system to wash off and then transplant. So it's been very effective in getting my starts for hydroponics, and you obviously only want to do that for starts, because you don't want the roots going down deep, because the plants would die because of the composting going on. So I've taken this, I put bitumen on this, and which is something that was used early in hydroponics by Garrick and some early hydroponics researchers, that they would put over their containers, as well over the asphalt, or not asphalt, it was the cement, which would leach in the lime, which you didn't want. So they put bitumen in there, and today we have this stuff called Flex Seal, which is okay to use in plant pots and everything else. So if you want to extend the life a long time for these, you can put bitumen on, or if you're having pallets that have been well seasoned to where it doesn't have anything that would leach, you could certainly use those as well. The smaller pallets anyways, you don't want to overkill with a huge pallet. So here's the cage that I put around here, and then I've secured this mesh along the bottom here, and so this is just resting on top, and then I can secure it down more if I want to with some wire. And so the idea is that this is going to easily later on be able to be tipped over, removed, and then your plant or plants that you have in here are easily able to be replanted again. Because what's going to happen with this over time is this will start to settle, because you have some hay here. I've got some Timothy hay from the rabbit house that has bunny gold in it and stuff, and you're just using that along the sides as a filter, as a dam to hold in your soil that you're putting in. So I've begun to fill this up. You can see some of the bunny gold in there, and I'll keep layering this as I fill this up. And what will happen over time is this soil will settle. And in this type of a system, as this settles over time and starts to compact more, when this has just started, you're creating a lot of aeration that's going to be going on into the root system and have massive fast growth. So this lime tree here is going to go in there. It's going to be getting pot bound here pretty soon in this one, and it will just take off. You can see it's already starting to get some nice fruit started. And you're also able to add in some hydroponic solution from your reservoir dumps and stuff as this goes on. But then once that starts compacting and you'll see the volume starting to fall down, like what you see with composting, I'm able to just take this and tip it over and then replant the plant again. The idea is you don't want any of the root system to start hitting into the wire mesh down there. You want to keep transplanting it, and you can see how high this is. This is I think probably about almost 3 feet high. Now you're also able to, with a plant this tree, I'm going to fill it up quite a ways. But when I do this with lettuce and stuff, I'm only filling it up to here. This acts as a barrier, keeping out groundhogs. It makes it portable to where I can move it around to different areas as the sun changes its position going into summer. I can move it to where it's partially shaded or whatever. And these little things here, I like to leave some of these here because it keeps the chickens from jumping up there, and it keeps everything out, and that's what we want. So this just makes a wonderful system. So this is part 1. Come back for part 2 when I get this filled up and ready to put into there.